Shady V after dark, where every story leaves its spark. Laugh a little, stay a while. Every episode has its own style. Late night energy, lighten up the night. Shady V after dark, everything feels just right. Turn it up, lock the door. You never know what's waiting in store. Every laugh, every spark. Welcome to Shady V after dark.
Welcome to Shady V After Dark, the place where the filters come off and the conversations usually start with, "Don't judge me, but..." This is the late night edition of the show where episodes contain strong language and opinions that might make you laugh or cringe. This podcast is intended for adult audiences and may include discussions about relationships, personal experiences, language, or other mature themes. Listener discretion is advised. So dim the lights, settle in, and join us for honest conversations, bold perspectives, and a few surprises along the way. This is Shady V After Dark. Let's get into it. Touched out. Why sensory overload kills your desire to be touched, and the actual roadmap back to wanting intimacy again. This episode is for every woman who has ever flinched away from her own partner and felt guilty about it. Don't touch me isn't rejection. It's a full battery bar hitting 0. So here's the scene for you. It's 9:47 p.m. The dishwasher is running. Somebody's asking you where their cleats are from a room you're not even in. And your bra is already off because you clocked out of that thing an hour ago. And your partner, as sweet as they are, means well, but has terrible timing. They come up behind you and put their hands on your waist. That is when your whole body goes into the don't touch me mode. It's not because you don't love them. It's not because you're not attracted to them, but because you have been needed and talked at since 6 a.m. and there's no more surface area left on you that hasn't been claimed by somebody else today. That's not you being broken. That's not your marriage or relationship failing. That is a nervous system that hit its limit 6 hours ago. And guess what? Nobody ever told you that it had a limit. So tonight we're talking about sensory overload, what it actually is, why it hits women in relationships and mothers especially hard, and then we're going to talk about the flip side that nobody explains. How you get from touched out back to actually wanting to be touched. Because those two things are not opposites, they're neighbors. So let's go. Touched out, it's not a vibe, it's not an excuse, it's a real nervous system state. Your body keeps tally of every hug requested, every kid on your lap, every can you just, these are all withdrawals from the same account. Sensory overload isn't just touch. It's noise. It's decision fatigue. It's being looked at and needed with your eyes too. All of these are draining the same reserve. Why it disproportionately hits women who are the default parent, the default emotional labor holder in a house. We're going to reframe this. This is a battery problem, not a desire problem. You can be in love and touched out in the same breath. Think about the time you physically flinched away from your partner on the couch and they looked so hurt and you just didn't have the words to explain that it wasn't about them. Now, why does this wreck intimacy? Because of the guilt cycle. Your partner reaches for you, you recoil, you feel like a bad partner, you overcorrect by forcing yourself into touch that you don't want. The resentment builds, and you recoil harder next time. Your partner often reads that flinch as rejection of them specifically, not rejection of input in general. So miscommunication that quietly erodes a relationship for years. Now, the difference between I don't want you and I don't have anything left to give right now, this is why almost nobody says the second sentence out loud. There's a difference between I don't want you and I don't have anything left to give right now. So sensory overload doesn't turn off desire, it buries it under noise. The desire is still in there, it just can't hear itself think. Red flags you saw and ignored. This time, it's about ignoring your own limits until your body made the decision for you. Now, this is the part people actually came for. We're going to frame this as decompression before connection, not just get in the mood. You have a reset window. Most women need 15 to 20 minutes of zero input before their body can register a new kind of touch as good instead of as another demand. This is non-negotiable, not optional, and it's definitely not selfish. You have to solo decompress first. Solo decompression could be a hot shower alone, 5 minutes of silence with the door locked, even just sitting in the car in the driveway for 2 extra minutes before walking in. Your nervous system needs to hit zero before it can go back up on your terms. Now, renegotiating touch, not eliminating it. Telling your partner, I need to come down first, then I want your hands on me, is not rejection, it's a roadmap. And most partners will take a clear roadmap over silence every time. Your sensual release is its own category, separate from sex entirely. Slow, low stakes, no goal touch, like maybe a foot rub with no expectation that it goes anywhere. Or being touched in a way that has an obvious endpoint so that your body doesn't brace for more. The senses you get to choose versus the ones demanded of you all day. Dim light instead of overhead light, one scent instead of 6 competing smells, quiet instead of being talked at. Reclaiming which input you're getting is half the battle. And then there's the permission slip. Wanting nothing touching you for a while and wanting to be touched intentionally later in the same day are both allowed. You're not 2 different women. You're one woman with a battery. If tonight's episode hit close to home, this is exactly why I partner with La Diva's Intimacy Boutique. They get that sensual doesn't always mean sexual. And half of their catalog is built for exactly the kind of slow, low stakes, no goal touch that we just talked about. You're not too tired to be desired. You're not broken because your body needs a minute before it can want something again. So give yourself the reset. Then give your person the roadmap. That's it. That's this whole episode. If this one hit you somewhere, share it with a friend who's also touched out by 8 p.m. every night. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week. Well, that's all for tonight on Shady V After Dark. If you laughed, learned something, or started drafting a response in your head, then we did our job. Don't forget to follow the show, leave a review, and come back next time for another round of unapologetic conversations and unfiltered opinions. Until then, stay curious, stay authentic, and remember, there's always another side to the story after dark. We'll catch you in the next episode of Shady V After Dark.
The lights may fade, but the stories stay. Until next time, good night from Shady V After Dark.